So you want to start a tea business, but you're low on cash. I'm going to explain to you how to build a tea company, laying a solid foundation so that you can build a profitable business model, scale, and ultimately step away and still see that revenue come in. It's a proven concept. For over 10 years, I've been helping tea entrepreneurs take their business to the next level, and yes, even starting from the ground up. This is their livelihood. They have employees, and it's very rewarding because I love seeing the tea industry thrive. And that's why I'm releasing this video for you. Zens has hundreds of videos online dedicated to growing the tea industry. Take a look at Zens' YouTube playlist, and for more information about tea, visit zenstea.com. I started off selling tea at farmers markets. I didn't know really what I was doing, but I read a lot about business, and I met some people in the tea industry who like seeing a young, hungry veteran wanting to grow the tea business community. And that's where we're at today. Done many videos online explaining how to build tea companies. And before that, it was just tutorials on how to drink tea, how to make the teas, and customers really like that. I use that same concept, that same model, giving free education, the health benefits of tea, to our customers, Zens Tea House customers, and lo and behold, they show up and they buy more tea. I'm doing the same thing for tea entrepreneurs or people who are aspiring to go into the tea industry. Now, how to lay the foundation. You have to count the costs. Oh my goodness, I would get tired of telling you the stories of people who count the money, but they don't count the time. They count the profits, but they don't count the risk. And quite frankly, there are people who are very artistic and they love the perfect product. They want to make it nice and pretty. They want the nice bags and it's going to look perfect. They want their logos. They go broke before they make a sale. This is very nice, done pyramid bags. You also have brown, less expensive bags, more profitable, and it works. And by the way, this is delicious. This is our Hawaiian fruit tea in paper bags. It's like Kadesh bags, and I help tea entrepreneurs get their teas in customers' hands. And when you do that well, customers will continue to buy. You can have some nice design, you could have something pretty basic. When you're starting, you have to understand that in the beginning, it's profit first. There's a book called that, Profit First. My goal when you work with me is to set up a sale. The first sale you get some money in the door working within your budget. Even if you have very little funds, we can buy the tea, package it up, get it in front of customers, let them decide if this is something that they want, which will teach you as the tea entrepreneur or aspiring to become a tea business owner, does this work? Brands are kind of secondary. People like to see the whole brand, but ultimately it's about the product. It's about the service that you offer. And if customers are not satisfied, they will not come back. And they can be satisfied with the product. Maybe they're just not satisfied with your service, the delivery. If you have a great product and a great service, now it has to make financial sense. That's the first thing. It has to be cost effective. If you have a good paying job, maybe you're a nurse, maybe you work for your police officer, firefighter, you have a good stable job as a teacher, but you don't have the time. Well, let me tell you, keep your money. Don't leave your 9 to 5 and invest in a third party to help grow your business, because you'll see a number of times people will waste days that if you hire a professional IT to get it done within 2-3 hours. Yeah, that might cost you $200-300, but you just saved yourself 5 to 6 days and that momentum of moving up. That's a number 2, is knowing how to outsource. Now you can do it yourself. If you're a handy-mandy, whatever person who likes to do everything themselves and get their hands on, well, you will ultimately never have employees that run the business without you, because a person who knows how to delegate is a person who knows how to scale. A person who does not know how to delegate, a person who will not outsource their finances, their bookkeeping, their taxes, their operations, their marketing, their drop shipping, their online business, that will not go very far. It only goes as far as they can take it. Kind of muscle it through. And I've seen many people get very far, but not very long. So that leads us to point number 3. When you are building your customer basis, you need to know who your customers are. That takes a lot of time. I can't tell you how many people go after the same type of customer. They go after tea people. Zens Tea House doesn't go after tea people. They go after people who are looking for alternatives to pharmaceuticals. Most of the tea sales that we sell are based largely for health and wellness, specific ailments. That's what people want, and the tea industry shows that more people are looking towards health and wellness, less people are drinking alcohol, less people are going towards those unhealthy energy drinks. Soda is sales in America are at an all-time low, and tea is on the rise. It's expected to rise continually to the year 2029. If you want to know about the forecast of the tea industry, I have a video on YouTube, Growing the Tea Industry. I also have a podcast, a YouTube playlist on the tea industry and in business. Now, number 4, when you are scaling and growing, you need to have an exit plan. You need to begin with the end in mind. Do you want to have a store location like Zens Tea House? Do you want to have multiple locations like Zens Tea House? Do you want to stay small? Do you want it to be online? Do you want this to be something that's going to be a retirement job or something you will pass on to your children's children? There's quite a few tea industry or tea businesses that are 3rd and 4th generation from Germany, India, Sri Lanka, China. Yeah. A lot of that nepotism exists in the tea industry. Myself, I'm a 1st generation breaking through, and you can tell who are the real shakers and movers because they're typically first-time starters and they're doing things that people in the tea industry just don't typically do. So those are the top 4 reasons or top 4 steps on building your tea business. You got to count the cost. You need to provide a product service. You need to know your customer, and you got to begin with the end in mind. Of all those, you really need to count the cost. And the beginning is how much time, how much energy are you willing to invest? If you're low on cash, good. You can trade 80 hours a week and put in that work and barely make a dime, but you're slowly building it up. Now, if you have some time, some money, and maybe even access to capital, it would be something worth investing in because education is expensive. Building multiple locations mean I've launched business ventures at physical locations and they have failed. I can tell you I've done malls, I've done pop-ups, I've done joint ventures, I've done outsourcing, subleasing, built tea businesses and sold tea businesses. I even help other competition, not that I see them as competition, because ultimately when people are growing the tea industry, they're reaching new tea drinkers. And in America, a lot of people just have a very low view on tea and their health. If you find this video helpful, then please take a look at Zen's YouTube playlist. We have a lot of videos on business development. And if you're like an herbalist who wants to get into the health and wellness, please go to the website zenstea.com. We have an herbalism class. We're offering periodic sales largely because we want people to learn and know more. Which, by the way, all the money that's made from that herbalism class goes back to creating more content. If you found this video helpful, please let us know in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can leave them below, or you can email me, fernando@zenstea.com. And I'm going to leave with this last note. I mentioned there's a grant that Zens Tea House is offering for tea entrepreneurs, people who want to start a tea business. We want to help you grow the tea industry. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go to the website zensteahouse.com and go to grant. Are you interested in owning your own cafe, tea house, or maybe creating your own brand of organic botanical products? I know that many people today are looking for new sides of income. At Zens Tea House, our mission is helping people through the power of tea. And the reason why it is because it's an inherent part of who we are. That's our philosophy. If you want to start your own tea house, cafe, great. We're the people who can help you. If you want to create your online business, we can help you with that too. But most importantly, if you want help with your own business and getting it off the ground, or maybe taking it to the next level, please email me, fernando@zenstea.com. We offer private labeling, drop shipping, e-commerce services, and much more. If you have any questions, please give me a call at the number below or email me at fernando@zenstea.com.